Do you need all-purpose cleaner, or is that just some overrated detail product?
I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is the DIY Detail Podcast. Yes, you need all-purpose cleaner, but too many people use too much all-purpose cleaner.
It's a confusing thing, and I'm going to tell you why I brought this up as a subject. When I had my shop, I had a tech, who was like, I don't use all-purpose cleaner, I don't need it, I just use soap. And he didn't think all-purpose cleaner was worth the money. Now, there are other people who think that all-purpose cleaner should be used willy-nilly on interiors like it's nothing. And I'm just like, what? And then there's other people who think an all-purpose cleaner is a degreaser. So this is not just to like promote all clean. This is our all-purpose cleaner, but it's more of a, man, let's get to the truth here. Let's explain why we would have an all-purpose cleaner in our lineup in the first place. Why not use Incredible Suds, our car wash soap, and rinse and wash exclusively for everything?
So there are places where you need the power of all clean. And a great example, wheels and tires. That is a perfect use for all clean. And if your wheels just have a little dust on them, then yes, the rinseless, the soap will do a great job. You don't need that much power. In detailing, always start off with the least aggressive method first. And if that works, you don't need to get out the sledgehammer. If all you need is a little finishing hammer, you don't need the sledgehammer. So that is one of the instances where you don't need all clean. Now, you're trying to clean your engine. Yes, you'll need something a little more powerful than just soap or rinseless. But on an interior, that should be by far your last resort.
This is pre-diluted 15 to 1.
1
part solution, 15 parts water.
Exactly.
So you would want to cut this actually in half.
For interior work, it's 30 to 1. So if you're buying in the gallon, you're gonna actually get 31 gallons of interior cleaner with 1 gallon of all clean. That being said, we have much better choices for cleaning the interior.
I want to talk about interior cleaning, but I still want to talk about an all-purpose cleaner. Let's say you have a really cheap caustic car wash soap. With a high pH. And then it can clean your tires. I mean, I know that's not our product, but this is, Tommy, my former tech, started to make more of the decisions around the shop as I got busier with other things in life, and then ended up transitioning out of the business, and it's a whole nother story. But they were using a very cheap car wash soap. And I was, at the time, very in love with another brand and was like, you're not using this anymore? And he's like, no, I just don't see a need. And he would use the Suds product, and it wasn't Incredible Suds.
No,
it was a
far
different
from it.
one.
I know which
you
one
remember
it was.
which one it was?
Yeah.
And it was like, how are you not using an all-purpose cleaner? And so, if experience is clouding this whole thing that I had, I'm sorry. But if he thought it, I know others have thought it too. And also the difference between an all-purpose cleaner and a degreaser.
So a degreaser is meant for cleaning engine bays. It's for degreasing things. It's not an all-purpose cleaner. And there are some brands that detailers use on a daily basis. And even if you go to their website, if you go search online for their product, they don't even say it's an all-purpose cleaner. They call it a degreaser. And it's for doing engines, and it's for degreasing your motorcycle chain and things like that. It is not for cleaning a vehicle. Degreasers and all-purpose cleaners, or good automotive all-purpose cleaners, are completely different products. The surfactant package, the surfactants, the emulsifiers that are in there are very different. The degreasers do not provide lubrication. All clean does. You don't get the safety that you get with the all-purpose cleaner. Degreasers are very harsh. Some of them contain solvents, and people go and spray that on the interior. It might look good today, but you've damaged that plastic forever. So that's one of the things that, degreasers, get rid of them. They're not a detailing chemical. A good all-purpose cleaner, that is a detailing chemical.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about all clean then, in terms of what makes it the cleaner of choice then for engine bays and tires. Because I know every time we foam it on with an IK foamer, it cuts through like old tire shine.
Exactly, yeah.
Which not every all-purpose cleaner I've ever used does. And that's at 15 to 1.
Exactly.
So it's very powerful.
It's very powerful, yet very safe. It's a very weird thing, but science, technology, and quality chemicals. So we're not going to damage the surface of the wheel. We're not going to damage the surface of the tire. Now, if you under dilute it, we tell you 15-1 for exterior. I hear some people doing 10-1 and I cringe. And then some people 5-1 and I write them and say, no, don't do that. That's way too powerful. Yes, what you're using before required a 3-1 or 5-1 dilution. This doesn't. It's a 15-1 dilution. Respect that. First of all, your product will go a lot further. You're going to buy less product. But secondly, you'll get exactly the cleaning you need and desire.
All-purpose cleaner, they're great for wheels, engine bays.
Yeah.
They can work on door jambs.
Yeah, door jambs, and even the whole outside of the vehicle. If you have a vehicle that is really caked, or it's coated and for some reason it's not beading whatsoever, that hasn't been properly maintained, it's been through a car wash a lot, especially a touch-free car wash. They leave a lot of residue on the vehicle. It can help break through that. So a little dousing of all-purpose cleaner, all clean at 15-1, preferably with a foamer, put it on, let it dwell a moment or two and rinse it off, and that's gonna do a good deep cleaning. So high pH, it's gonna do that deep cleaning, break down the greases, the oils that could be on the surface, and then hit it with either rinse it off, and then either rinseless or incredible suds.
I like to foam it on rubber floor mats as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Before I agitate and then pressure wash them.
Yeah, but rubber floor mats, again, that's actually, it'll work well on rubber floor mats, but you might be using too strong of a chemical.
Right, it's the one that I go to first instead of trying rinseless.
Right, rinseless or incredible suds. When you're foaming the outside of the car, if you're using incredible suds, take those rubber floor mats out and foam them at the same time.
30-1, if someone said that was their standard interior cleaner, would you say no need, just do rinseless?
Do rinseless, or even better, interior clean and protect. So the interior clean and protect is our primary go-to interior cleaner because it cleans very well, and it cleans more than a lot of people think.
Surprisingly well, actually.
Yeah.
They want it to do other things like leave a much richer appearance once it dries. It doesn't do that. It leaves an OEM feel.
Right,
and look.
Right, and the protect part of interior clean and protect is dust repellency. That is the big part of it. And it makes it easier to clean the next time. So you have less dust accumulation. It's not greasy. It's not attracting anything. It's actually helping to repel the dirt. So that protection is not, I'm going to get a really glossy shine on my dash. No, you're not going to get that. You're going to get OEM. Nasty leather, just 1 or 2 passes and it's clean. It really cleans deeply, well, and more importantly, safely. If you under dilute, so let's say you go on the interior with all clean at 15-1, you risk damaging some materials. So if you have an older vehicle that the leather is starting to wear a little bit, that means when you're taking color off and wearing, that means the clear that was on top of it is long gone. So now if you're using something aggressive like an all-purpose cleaner, you might take more of that color away. Whereas using something milder like interior clean protect or a rinseless wash. A rinseless wash diluted 256-1 is a spectacular interior cleaner as well.
You've shown me with the blinker switches and everything.
Yeah.
That white lettering where it's like, I would take an all clean diluted 10-1 in a previous life, right?
Yeah.
And I would just go in there with the rag and it would usually clean very well. But I've seen you with a rinseless wash or interior clean and protect on your towel and it does the same thing. And I'm like,
exactly.
Man, I wonder how often detailers out there are reaching for something and using too much product or using too strong a product.
Yeah.
But maybe they just don't want to try it and then have to go to something more aggressive. And so they're like, I'll just start with something I know works.
Right. And once you've experimented with the rinseless wash or interior clean and protect, you're going to realize that you rarely ever need something stronger on an interior. It's not traffic film that's on there. It's not heavy greases. It's not heavy oils. Most interiors, it's a bit of leftover grease from the fries on the steering wheel. It's maybe a bit of hamburger juice. It's maybe a bit of coffee. It's not very heavy, hard to get after greases and oils and things like that.
Yeah, those sound good. What are you guys having for lunch today? What have you eaten in your car this week?
Yeah.
And do you think that eating should happen in cars? It's a tough one because life gets in the way sometimes.
Right. Sometimes it's fun to go to the drive-in. Do you remember the drive-in?
The drive-in movie theater, or the
drive-in restaurants or drive-in movie theaters?
Like a Sonic. I feel like you can.
Yeah,
like
Sonic's still.
Yeah, I've been to a few of those.
A&W used to come out to your car and serve you with a tray hanging on your window.
Now that I think about it, hanging on your window probably is not very good for a detailer or a car.
Yeah, it worked for many, many years. So,
yes, indeed.
Yeah.
With many a scratch to prove it.
Exactly.
So if I'm a detailer out there and I'm just starting to get going, or a DIYer, enthusiast, what advice would you have for them in terms of when to get an all-purpose cleaner in their lineup?
When you've tried everything else and it doesn't succeed, get your all-purpose cleaner. That's for the interior. For the outside, yes, get your all clean, do your wheels and tires. You've seen us in many videos attacking the wheels. The first thing we do is foam all clean at 15-to-1 on the wheels and tires.
Well, I meant when they're maybe buying a lineup of products for the first time. Like, when would you suggest they get one? An all clean, for example, in their purchase progress.
Early on. It might not be the first thing you go for, but it'll be in the second round. We'll put it that way. If you're just wanting to start a business, just get some rinseless wash. That's basically 95% of what you're going to be doing in detailing, the rinseless wash can handle. It can be your glass cleaner, it's your interior cleaner, it's your wheel and tire cleaner, it's your paint cleaner, it's to wipe off your polish residue. It does all sorts of things. So
it's one of the wonders of the world, I feel.
Yeah, it works, and it works well. And All Clean is a spectacular all-purpose cleaner. Like I mentioned, some people, they're used to another company's dilution ratios that are 2-to-1. I've seen some at 1-to-1, or people using it straight. Using All Clean straight, you're wasting a lot of money, first of all, and you're wasting a lot of product because it can be diluted easily, 15-to-1 for exteriors and 30-to-1 or maybe 60-to-1 for interiors.
It works well straight.
Yeah, but it's dangerous too.
It's very dangerous. Sometimes you know who you are. You like the bazooka.
Yeah.
And the bazooka has a place for, world wars and all that, but probably not for detailing.
No, not for detailing in any way, shape, or form.
Can you ever imagine a time where you use All Clean straight?
No.
Never?
Never.
Words of wisdom from Mr. LaCroix.
Yeah.
I think this has been a good conversation. I don't think it needs to go on any longer than it has. But I think it's something when you're starting out, a good rinseless wash, a good all-purpose cleaner, a good tire shine, something like ceramic gloss to wipe on and protect paint after you're done.
Yeah.
Those are all pretty crucial for like the building blocks of your detailing arsenal.
Exactly. And then with that, you just build on it as you make money. So if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you're listening to us on a streaming app or a podcast app, well, it'd be really kind of you to leave us a review.
We have so many more podcasts with a lot of deep dives, and we're going to put the link right here. So we'll see you there.